When put on display, animals tend to act predictably, but when caught off guard, they can reveal highly bizarre behavior, leading to some pretty incredible moments and shocked expressions. From meerkats jumping on photographers' heads to friendly lions creeping up on unsuspecting tourists, the Forever Green team has you covered with this third video of incredible moments that surprise photographers. But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel so we can continue providing you with fantastic videos full of incredible sights to behold. This photographer was surprised by what happened here. The video shows a friendly group of cattle slowly walking along the cold, snowy ground. However, as the camera begins to pan left, a giant cow comes out of nowhere and starts licking the camera with all his might. Thankfully, the photographer was pleasantly surprised, but I would clean that camera as soon as possible. Yuck. Photographers were amazed to catch this insane moment on camera. While a mother elephant and her cub were out grazing on the savanna plain, a hungry lion decided to strike. However, the mother will not let her cub be taken, so she does everything possible to fend off the lion. Thankfully, the mother and cub walk away completely unharmed. This is another reminder that wild animals are hazardous, so you should always tread carefully. Most kangaroos are pretty strong to begin with. However, this one is on a whole nother level. The photographer tries to shake hands with the kangaroo, but is surprised at the mighty strength. He admits that he's one muscular kangaroo and continues talking to him in awe. Not only is the kangaroo much bigger, I wonder if this kangaroo would consider selling me his workout plan. Because he looks much better than I ever will. Sometimes you want to relax, and sometimes a baby lamb wants to relax with you. But sometimes a baby lamb wants head scratches no matter what you're doing. This video is shocking as we see a baby lamb walking up to a man lying on the grass. The little lamb first gives him a headbutt in the pursuit of head scratches. However, once the man stops, the lamb surprisingly begins jabbing him with his little foot. And so, the man continues providing head scratches until the little guy's satisfied. Sheesh, talk about the needy. This wildlife photographer was undoubtedly surprised when an alligator attacked him. The video begins with the man slowly kayaking through a dense jungle. The man casually minds his business when suddenly, an alligator pounces out of the water and begins to attack the man. Thankfully, the man can get away without being harmed, but not before getting the fright of his life. This is a reminder that when you're in the water, it's always important to be wary about what's lurking beneath you. So what could start as the first surprise of the day might be the last of your life. You've been warned. Here we have another wildlife videographer surprised to find a wild animal chasing him out of nowhere. While jogging through the woods, the man in question is suddenly confronted by a wild black bear. The man begins by yelling at the bear, telling him not to come any further and to stay away.
Hey! You get back! Get on out of here!
However, the bear seems utterly uninterested in what the man says, so he continues forward, completely unfazed. The man handled the situation exceptionally well, because I knew I would have run away as fast as I could, even though I know a bear could outrun me. Gorillas are powerful animals with enough power to throw you around like a rag doll. So if you're ever in a situation like this, do the same as this guy. The video shows the incredible moment when a gorilla and her family begin examining a photographer. Thankfully, the man knows exactly what to do as he curls up into a small ball and doesn't make eye contact. The key here is not to come across as a threat, and that's precisely what the man does. Gorillas have been known to attack for little to no reason, so it's important that you remain calm. Sometimes animals want to snap great pictures to show their families what they've been up to. The man in this video is trying to take footage of the landscape before a sea lion suddenly pans across the camera while floating on an iceberg. The sea lion looks slightly sad as he realizes he won't be getting his photo taken. I feel bad for him. Just like humans, animals want a hug from time to time. This video shows a photographer trying to take an excellent picture of the cute little monkey. However, as he tries to take the picture, the monkey stands up and walks over to hug the man. The man happily obliges, which puts a big smile on both their faces. Like humans, monkeys are also extremely fond of touch and love a nice cuddle from time to time. I've been really lonely lately, so I would love a little monkey hug. I think I'm gonna cry. This photographer is shocked as the small sea lion approaches him and begins nibbling on his camera. The camera is expensive, so the photographer tries to pull away, but the sea lion doesn't stop. This is an excellent example of how animals are becoming more accustomed to having humans around. The animals have realized that most humans want to watch and take pictures of them, which they seem to love. Okay, it's official. This is my favorite video on this list. In this video, we can see a photographer lying down as he tries to take some pictures of the surrounding wildlife. That is, until a small band of meerkats wanders to see what's happening. To the photographer's surprise, the meerkats begin climbing all over him out of curiosity. How cute! As the video begins, the viewer is exposed to the incredible mountain landscape in front of them. However, if you have a good eye, you'll notice a tiny furball getting close. The little marmot comes up to the camera and begins licking it. This shocked the photographer as he never expected something so cute to be so brave. The Jungle King isn't always out to eat you. Sometimes he's just having fun with his friends and is perfectly fine with you taking a few pictures of him. In this video, we can see precisely that. The photographer is lying on the ground when 3 lions come running around the corner. This is an excellent video that will be shown around the world. However, I don't think I would be getting that close again. I think he was lucky. I'm unsure whether this elk was playing with the photographer or fighting. I'm shocked like everyone involved. The elk walks up to the photographer sitting on the ground and begins softly headbutting him. Thankfully, the elk didn't strike the photographer hard, which leads me to believe that they were playing together. Because if the elk were fighting, he would send that man sliding across the road with a big headache. Elephants have some of the best memories in the animal kingdom, so the one in this video remembers that humans are lovely to play with. In this video, the elephant slowly walks up to the van and plays with a few of the tourists' heads and hats. The tourists sit there smiling and laughing as he pokes their heads with their trunk. That said, I know that tourists were slightly nervous. I know I would be. This photographer was fortunate to walk away with his life. As we can see in the video, the photographer stands directly in front of a wild leopard. The leopard, confused about what the photographer is doing, sits there growling and opening his mouth to show off his teeth. It's important to note that while some animals in the wild are friendly, they are still highly dangerous and extremely unpredictable. This man was fortunate, so we recommend never getting that close to a wild animal if you value your life. Some of the scariest animals in the world are sharks. As these men were on a diving trip, they lowered themselves into the cage to safely see all of the sea life. However, an angry shark came out of nowhere and began attacking the divers because they were invading his domain. The divers were amazed at this happening, so they quickly hoisted themselves back up. Thankfully, they were all in good spirits as they laughed the situation off. Well, I know I would never go in the water again if it were me. Okay, as seen in this video, we humans are not the smartest. The man begins by standing in the center of the car park and taunting something in the distance. Then the man and his friend quickly ran to either side and hid behind their cars. Suddenly, a giant angry bird flies in, ready to attack anyone near it. The man's life probably wasn't in danger, but if the bird had caught him, he would have had a sore head. At least he would have had a good story to tell though. As previously said in this video, lions are the jungle king. However, humans are this world. As we can see in the video, a substantial male lion is running away from a zookeeper holding a piece of wood. Despite the lion being perfectly capable of taking on the man, he runs away scared. This is because of the man's confident demeanor. Animals cannot process an opponent the same way as a human. If a human appears satisfied, they will often back away as their primal instincts will tell them to flee. This photographer was definitely in for a shock when he decided to spend his day exploring the wilderness. As the man lays down in the grass, he is greeted by 2 beautiful foxes. However, instead of just seeing the man and then running away, the 2 foxes run around the man, allowing him to take some pretty extraordinary photos. This shows that not all animals want to attack. Some want to play and have their photographs taken. How cute! If you're still watching this video, please consider liking and subscribing so that we can continue providing you with excellent YouTube content. Also wanted to take this opportunity to give you a riddle. Who is the Lions' favorite soccer player? Stick around until the end to get the answer. Now, let's get back into the video. Okay, at first I thought maybe something horrible had happened to this adorable little fox. However, upon closer inspection, we can see that the little guy is enjoying a lazy afternoon nap, and I certainly can't blame him in that weather. As the person slowly walks up, they stretch out their hand and begin petting the fox, waking up immediately, and he runs away. However, before he runs away, the little fox turns his head to see what's petting him. This was pretty cute, although I think it wasn't nice of the person to wake up this adorable little guy. He might have had a hard day and needed the rest. Oh well. In this video, we have a friendly lion getting up to some mischief. The video begins by showing a lonely photographer sitting on top of his vehicle. However, as the man continues, we can see a friendly lioness appear in the shot. When the man realizes that the lioness is there, he remains completely calm and doesn't jump a bit. The man is in a professional wildlife reserve, so he's conditioned to being around dangerous animals all the time. If you ever find yourself in a situation like this, we'd recommend doing exactly what this man does if you want to escape with your life. Predators can smell fear, and so the more afraid you are, the more likely they are to attack you. For your sake, I hope the lion is as friendly as this one. Okay, I can say that this video surprised me the most. As the video begins, we can see a cute little cat slowly lowering himself off the cliff. However, as the camera pans over, we can see that the drop is, in fact, over 10 meters high. However, that doesn't stop this little daredevil, as the cat confidently jumps without a care in the world. Unfortunately, the little guy hits a power line and flips uncontrollably before landing on his feet. Thankfully, the little guy was okay. However, I have a slight suspicion he might have a headache for the rest of the week because that must have hurt. Despite male lions being extremely large, they are, in fact, swift and agile. The lion can climb a tree, which leaves the photographer stunned. After first sizing up the tree, the lion jumps up with relative ease before climbing up the rest of the way to his favorite spot. Just remember, if a lion is ever chasing you, they are much better at climbing trees than you are. This video truly warms my heart. At first, we can see a man running into a large group of seals fleeing into the water. The man quickly catches one before bringing it over to his friends. After claiming the seal, we see its body wrapped tightly with a fishing line. The friendly people cut the line off. Surprising what happened next. The cute little seal wants to be their friend, running up and following them around. The little seal even allows the people to pat him, which is pretty awesome. At first glance, you might assume that this man is in danger. However, he's a trained professional and knows exactly what he's doing. As the lion begins growling at some nearby people, the lion becomes even more agitated before coming over and cuddling the photographer. The man was so surprised by his affection that he gave him a big hug. Thankfully, the lion realized that his master wasn't a threat. Otherwise, this situation could have gone wrong. Sometimes animals want a little bit of fun, even at the risk of their own lives. Hyenas are known to be cheeky little animals, and this can be seen in this video. The hyena begins by slowly sneaking up on a bathing cheetah. When the cheetah hears something, it turns around and jumps to find a smiling hyena. Instead of laughing, however, the cheetah immediately growls, which sends the hyena running away laughing. Surprised at what just happened, the photographer also finds himself laughing. This monkey surprised photographers with his peculiar and unnatural-looking skin tone. The monkey appears to have gone quite a while without food, as his ribs and bones are visible. Monkeys typically feast on a diet full of fruits, plants, and nuts, and are commonly found in the jungle with their friends. I genuinely hope this monkey was able to find some help, as he looks like he's starving. Sometimes in life, we're given an opportunity entirely out of luck, which happened to the photographer in this video. While on an exhibition to take photos of the local wildlife, he's greeted by a wolf. At first, it seems as though the wolf might attack the cameraman, but instead he walks past, allowing the photographer to take an awesome video. Wolves generally hunt in packs, however, this one seems to have decided to go out alone. Finding a lone wolf is a scary find, so the photographer is surprised to make this discovery in the middle of the wild with no help in sight. And there's no point running, as wolves are extremely fast. Have you ever noticed how some animals are cautious around babies? It's as though they know they are delicate and mean no harm, without saying anything. Must be a sixth sense. As we can see in this video, a mother and a father show their newborn baby to their well-behaved husky. By the end of the video, we can see the husky lying beside the baby, with neither of them freaking out. This video warms my heart and reminds me of how lucky we are to have such amazing animals like dogs in our lives. Oh man, I promise I'm not crying. I was just cutting onions before shooting this video. Here we have the final video on this list, and thankfully it's the kindest and most surprising one yet. The video shows a young girl and a large dog playing in the ocean water. However, out of nowhere, we can see a wave knock the girl off her feet. Without thinking, the dog calmly picks the girl up by her feet and drags her to safety. The girl is giggling away as she knows she isn't in trouble, but the dog doesn't want to take any chances. And there we have it, a complete list of moments that surprise photographers and videographers worldwide. Every moment on this list is incredible, but so is every one of our subscribers. So let us know in the comments section below what video you found the most surprising, as we would love to hear your opinions. Check out our other videos on the animals that did crazy things and surprised photographers. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. But before we go, were you able to figure out who a Lion's favorite soccer player is? Of course, it's Lionel Messi. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you again soon.